Scaling your practice is not a choice. It just happens naturally if you are doing things in the right way, following the right things that are needed for your practice. Then you will naturally enter into the scaling stage. Unfortunately, only very few doctors are able to do that. And that's the reason I come out with content and I offer training, coaching, and consulting to help doctors so that they are able to grow their practice in the right way and be scalable. In this video, I'm going to share with you the natural process, if done right, how you will reach and how you know that you are ready. And in fact, you should be planning yourself to scale your practice the day you start your practice. Hi, I'm Vidya Prakash. I'm a practice growth coach. I help doctors and hospitals in building their practice to achieve sustainable and scalable growth. As I mentioned, I'm going to walk you through how you can scale. And before going into the session, if you are coming to my channel for the first time, I want you to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you get notified whenever I'm coming out with new content. And if you watch the video till the end, I'm going to give you a gift which will help you grow your practice. So let's jump into the session. The context here is, if you don't grow, you will be stagnated. If you are not growing, which I mentioned it is a sign of decline, you may feel stuck or stagnated because you're not doing certain things that you should be doing. Your practice and you as a doctor, you have to differentiate for you to grow and scale your practice. Only then it will grow naturally. Otherwise, you will be growing to a level where you know how to grow and you know how to control till the level you control. So if you let go of those two things, or if you let go of controlling things or micromanaging things, and if you are able to enhance your capabilities, to enhance your knowledge, you'll be able to grow fast. You will not get stuck or stagnated at all if you follow this process of lifelong learning, which is to keep enhancing your capabilities and ensure you're differentiating between you and your practice. That way you'll be growing and you'll be able to scale. Now, the first phase is going to be starting phase. Starting phase is you going to start in the process of scaling your practice. You should be prepared for that. So in that context, I'm using this phrase, starting phase. Here, if you are able to break even, which means the revenue that you are generating is equal to the expenses that you have in your practice right now, that is going to be the starting phase of you preparing yourself to scale your practice. Because the next natural process is how you are able to grow to the next phase, right? So this is going to be the first phase. The second phase is going to be the success phase. Now, this is the phase where you are profitable, which means the revenue that you are generating is more than the expenses that you have. So you have a good cash flow and it is more than the expenses, the overheads, let's say the rentals, the daily maintenance cost, yes, the staff salaries, all put together, whatever expenses that you have in your practice, the expenses should be less than the revenue that you generate. So you are able to be profitable, and you have to be you have to bear in mind one more aspect. Profitability has to be month on month. It is not 1 month up and 1 month down. Consistency is what you have to see. That if you enter into that phase, success phase, then you have to start planning to scale your practice. So where you have to plan is the next phase is what will lead you to the scaling phase, where you have You have revenue where you are super profitable. Income is far more than all your expenses. You have a good cash flow where you are self sufficient, which means you have the cash flow with you where the practice can run even without generating any revenues. It can run for 1 year or more than 1 year. So you are self sufficient and you will be super confident to scale your practice. Now, what is that you have to do for you to move from the starting phase to success phase? When you're in the starting phase, I told you you have to start preparing yourself to become profitable. So you have to think of areas of enhancing your profitability where you reach out to more patients, but at the same time, you have to also have time for yourself. So you can have more hands to work for you. You can appoint people who can replicate your work so that you will be able to reach out to more people. And then once you become profitable where your income is greater than expenses, then you have to look out the ways of scaling. That's how the scaling phase happens. And in the scaling phase, you'll be super profitable. Why? Scaling is something. Now, if you look at from the starting phase to the success phase, it is just that you will be growing gradually. Now, for example, let's say you're earning 50,000 rupees, for example, a month. Then if you're going to the next stage of the success phase, then the growth naturally is going to be, let's say, 80,000 a month, and then you go to 1 lakh a month, and then 1.2 lakh a month. So that is growing gradually. But when you look at the scaling phase, in the scaling aspect, you will be having a you will be able to accelerate your growth, exponential growth, where let's say if you're earning 50,000 rupees, you will be in a position to earn 2 lakh rupees or 3 lakh rupees. That is the growth where you can reach in the scaling phase, because the model that you use to grow is entirely different, and you should be prepared to do that, right? So these are the phases of how you should be ready, you should plan and execute in order to scale your practice. As I mentioned, I'm going to give you a gift. You have watched till the end. The gift here is I'll be providing you with one-on-one strategy session where I'll help you analyze the practice and give you an action step so that you're able to grow from one phase to another phase and also help you build a scalable practice. Now, I have given a link to avail this session in the description. You can click the link and book a strategy session where I'll be very happy to help you. Hope this session was helpful to you. Let us meet with another interesting topic in the next session. Thank you.